At the end of the last part, Wednesday was about to die while Thing watched her. At the start of this part, Wednesday is still unconscious. Morticia begins telling stories about dead people, which Wednesday had always enjoyed, hoping it might bring her out of the coma. After Morticia leaves, Wednesday suddenly wakes up and sees Larissa in her vision. This surprises her. She walks out of the room and realizes she is in the principal's office in the forest, where Larissa is also present. Wednesday asks why she is staring at her, and Larissa replies that she has come to guide her in life. She also reveals that she knows everything about Wednesday, how she lost her powers, how she hasn't told anyone about Enid's death, and how she freed Tyler from the asylum. Larissa tells her she must set things right. Wednesday insists she needs her powers back, but Larissa explains that the powers are still within her. She simply used them the wrong way and now must protect others. Meanwhile, Judy informs reporters that the asylum recently had a power outage, allowing dangerous prisoners to escape. Many were killed or captured, but 3 are still missing, including Tyler and a zombie. The sheriff warns that Tyler is injured and hiding in the city. Soon after, a hired killer begins hunting and killing outcasts on Judy's orders. She assigns him one last mission: to find and kill patient 1938. Later, Judy meets Wednesday, pretending she wants to rebuild their relationship. Wednesday warns that the sheriff will soon discover her secret lab, but Judy assures her that everything has already been removed and tells her to stay out of the way. When Wednesday asks about patient 1938, Judy becomes uneasy and refuses to answer. Afterward, Wednesday finds a threatening note from Tyler saying he will kill her and Enid that night. She rushes to confront him, but he has already vanished. Elsewhere, the siren girl hides her mother because her father wants to use her powers. Back in her room, Wednesday finds Enid waiting. Larissa appears again, visible only to Wednesday, and urges her to tell Enid the truth, that she is destined to die. Wednesday only warns Enid to leave because Tyler is coming, but Enid goes off to her wolf gang instead. Wednesday starts thinking about how to stop Tyler, while Larissa offers to help. That night, the principal announces a memorial event at the cemetery where the students will honor their ancestors. Many children are excited, but Wednesday warns that Tyler may attack during the event. The principal refuses to cancel, saying that the outcasts together can defeat Hyde, and the music teacher already has experience fighting him. Meanwhile, Pug is sad because his pet zombie friend is missing. His father encourages him to help search. Elsewhere, the killer finds footprints outside. Tyler is hiding there, weak and injured. His father appears and tells him he made a huge mistake by killing his master. Tyler screams in frustration, drawing the killer to the cave. Suddenly, Hyde attacks from behind and kills the killer in one blow. The zombie, hearing the noise, heads inside as well. Wednesday wonders whether Hyde can be given a new master, but trying it with Tyler could be dangerous. Meanwhile, the zombie eats the killer's corpse and begins to slowly recover his strength. Wednesday reads Tyler's master's diary and discovers a method to become Hyde's new master. Just then, Morticia arrives, but notices Wednesday is too absorbed in the diary to talk. She realizes Wednesday is trying to brew a liquid that will let her control Tyler. Both Morticia and Larissa believe this is too risky and disagree with her plan. Later that night, Pug and his father go to the city while searching for the zombie, unaware that it is following them. Police soon discover the killer's corpse, marked with wounds from both Hyde and zombie that leaves them puzzled. The police couldn't understand what had happened, so they announced it over the radio. On the other side, patient 1938 recently heard the broadcast. Soon, Wednesday's partner came to see her. He told her that a secret Nightshade meeting would be held that night. Shocked, Wednesday went along when Enid and her friend gathered all the Nightshades together. During the meeting, Enid revealed that Tyler was planning to kill both her and Wednesday. Wednesday added that her plan was to control Tyler by becoming his new master. Everyone was stunned to hear this. Later, Wednesday went to the lab and began mixing chemicals, preparing an injection. Larissa, however, disapproved, reminding her that Tyler had already killed his master. But Wednesday was determined and left with the injection. Meanwhile, Pug discovered that the zombie was nearby. Leaving his father outside, he went in alone to talk to him. The zombie explained that his brain was healing and begged Pug to help him escape, promising to return later. Pug agreed and lied to his father, pretending he hadn't found him. Elsewhere, Fairy, Project 1938, who turned out to be Tyler's mother and an old schoolmate of Morticia. Fairy begged Morticia for help to save her son, and Morticia agreed to make a deal. That night, all the outcasts gathered at the cemetery. Tyler appeared, and Enid secretly followed him, leading him into a place where others were waiting. They mocked him for killing his own master, which enraged him. He attacked them violently and then tried to kill Enid. At that moment, Wednesday stepped in, declaring that she loved him once and was now ready to become his new master. But suddenly, another Hyde appeared. This one threw Tyler aside and attacked Wednesday. Morticia interrupted, reminding the Hyde of their deal. Hearing this, the Hyde grabbed Tyler and left. Venusti turned to Morticia, asking what deal she had made. Morticia revealed that Fairy wanted to leave the city with her son, and she had promised to allow it. Later that night, Wednesday returned to writing her novel. Meanwhile, Zombie invaded a Judy home and killed her, while Fairy and Tyler stayed together. Elsewhere, Enid was practicing dance when she suddenly transformed into a werewolf, despite it not being a full moon. The music teacher, who saw this, was shocked. Back at school, Wednesday disguised herself as Enid, even wearing her clothes, and danced among the students, leaving everyone confused. The story then flashed back to 17 hours earlier, when the principal had enforced a curfew to protect the students. During this time, Larissa told Wednesday that by freeing 2 Hydes, she had endangered everyone. Larissa warned that Enid's death was still fated and explained the truth about Wednesday's powers. Adam's powers were tied to family bonds. Since Wednesday's relationship with her mother was broken, her powers had disappeared. Only by mending that relationship could she restore them. At the same time, she questioned the professor about Fairy. He claimed not to know her, but revealed that her brother Isaac had once been his most gifted student. Isaac had created a machine that allowed the professor to survive, and he conducted many experiments. One experiment caused a massive explosion, and people believed Isaac died. Shocked by this, Wednesday tasked Agus with investigating Isaac further. Pug even gave her a photo Isaac had left behind, which revealed he was searching for his sister. Meanwhile, Fairy confessed to Tyler that she had abandoned him, but promised he no longer needed a master. On another side, the music teacher told Enid about her werewolf transformation, confirming she was an alpha. Wednesday then sought out her grandmother, asking for a way to regain her powers. Her grandmother told her Abur, the most powerful raven, if Wednesday touched its grave and recited the words, her powers would return. That night, Wednesday prepared to sneak out to Rose's grave. Enid tried to stop her, reminding her that breaking curfew meant banned from the gala event. But Wednesday insisted she couldn't stay still after freeing Tyler and Fairy. She had to fix everything herself, and she left. Later, Thing warned Enid that the music teacher was coming to inspect their room, so Enid went after Wednesday. At Rose's grave, Wednesday placed her hand on the stone and began reciting. Suddenly, she had a vision of a secret room inside Rosa's house, where Rosa herself appeared and demanded to know why Wednesday had come. She pleaded with Rosa to help her regain her powers, explaining that many lives were in danger. Rosa placed her hand on a candle, telling her she could draw back her powers temporarily, but warned that if she pulled her hand away too soon, the spell would backfire. As Wednesday began absorbing the power, Enid rushed in and pulled her hand away from Rosa's grave, breaking the ritual. The spell went wrong, and both girls fainted. The next day, they awoke in their room only to discover something terrifying. Their bodies had been switched. Wednesday was now in Enid's body, and Enid was in Wednesday's. Larissa appeared and told them this was their punishment for breaking the rules of the spell. Shocked, Wednesday asked how they could return to normal, but Larissa only replied that they would have to figure it out themselves. Wednesday warned Enid that until then, they must act normal in front of everyone. Enid, finding it amusing at first, began acting too casually as Wednesday, which raised suspicion among others. When Agnes came by, Enid admitted she wanted her usual milkshake. Agnes reminded her that Wednesday was allergic to colors, but Enid shrugged it off, drank it anyway, and lied that she had never been allergic. This caused Enid's borrowed body to break out in painful marks. Morticia later noticed something odd about Wednesday, but still invited her to the family dinner that night. Meanwhile, the real Wednesday returned to Rosa's grave, chanting the mantra again, but nothing happened. Rosa revealed that because the spell had been disrupted with Enid, Wednesday couldn't fix it alone. She warned that 2 ravens had made the same mistake before, and within 24 hours, one of them died. Wednesday was horrified to realize Enid could die. Elsewhere, Fairy was caring for Tyler when someone knocked on the door. To her shock, it was Isaac, her brother. Overjoyed, the siblings embraced, and Isaac was delighted to meet his nephew Tyler. But Fairy's health began to deteriorate. She confessed she didn't have much time left, and Isaac revealed his dream of making her normal by removing her powers. He also admitted he had killed Jody, which relieved Fairy. Meanwhile, Wednesday was practicing music when the music teacher entered, praising her, but warning her to stay quiet because Enid might transform into a werewolf at any time, and Enid would have to stay locked in the school's cage. Rosa later appeared to Wednesday, warning that she had only until morning to return to her original body, or she would die. Enid, trying to prepare for Wednesday's family dinner, read through Wednesday's novel to learn about her close relatives. She discovered Wednesday had always written about her as a stupid girl who constantly needed saving. Hurt and angry, Enid decided to mock Wednesday by behaving wildly in her style. But once again, the colors caused her body to react, and she collapsed in pain. At the same time, Wednesday found out that Enid's boyfriend was secretly talking to another girl. On Enid's behalf, she broke up with him. This only made things more confusing for everyone. The music teacher ordered Wednesday to stay in the cage for safety. Agnes then approached Wednesday, questioning why she was using Enid's phone. Agus tells that she should leave Enid because she needs someone like her instead, calling Enid a stupid girl. Enid gets angry and replies that Agus is a loser, who only wants to be like her, and she admits that she just uses him for her own work. Hurt by this, Agus leaves. Meanwhile, the Addams family is having dinner, but Enid doesn't like the food. Morticia asks her children to tell the truth because they have been causing trouble in school. Pugsley says he saw a zombie at the fair and apologizes to his father. His father takes him outside to punish him. Morticia then sits with Enid and notices something strange about Wednesday. She calls Larissa to appear, and to her surprise, Morticia can now see Larissa, though Enid cannot. Larissa reveals that she has come to guide Wednesday, but it's actually Enid whose body has been switched with Wednesday's by her mother. Enid admits the truth, saying Wednesday is trapped inside a cage at school. Larissa warns that they must free her or her life will be in danger. Morticia then asks Enid to rescue Wednesday so they can be together again. At school, Isaac meets a professor who tells him his return from the dead is against nature. Isaac replies that he is alive because of science. When the professor protests, Isaac reminds him that he too was revived by Isaac's experiments. Isaac then removes the power source, killing him instantly before eating him. Agnes witnesses this and flees in terror. Later, Isaac joins Tyler and Ferry in his car, promising to power up the school's machine to extract Hyde from inside Ferry. Agnes, hiding in the trunk with Jody's dead body. Back at school, Wednesday visits Enid in the cage. Enid tells her that she no longer trusts Wednesday and wants her own body back. Just then, Agnes calls Enid and reveals that she is hiding in Isaac's car with Jody's body, and she has sent them the location. Determined, Wednesday and Enid leave to follow her. Soon, Tyler captures Agus, and Isaac locks him in a cage, saying he will eat him after the experiment. But Wednesday and Enid arrive just as Isaac begins treating Ferry with the machine's power. Wednesday tries to free Agus, and Enid attacks Tyler from behind. Wednesday kicks Tyler away, and suddenly, she begins transforming into a werewolf. Enid frees Agus, and together they fight. Wednesday, fully transformed, breaks free, while Agus turns invisible to sabotage the machine. The battle grows intense. Isaac and Tyler try to save Ferry, while Wednesday fights back. The machine begins to overload, and Enid warns Wednesday to escape. Wednesday throws Tyler aside and flees just before the machine explodes. Isaac, Tyler, and Ferry barely survive by hiding in a cabin. Afterward, Wednesday and Enid return to Rose's grave. They touch the stone together and share heartfelt words. Wednesday admits she underestimated Enid's strength. A lightning strike suddenly knocks them down, and their bodies are restored. Then Wednesday sees Larissa again, who takes her to the dark world. Larissa warns that Enid's life is no longer at risk, but now someone else in the Addams family will die. She shows Wednesday an empty grave with no name yet carved. The story then flashes back 15 years earlier, revealing that Shaun's father and the principal were once friends. The principal wanted to exploit the siren powers of Shaun's family for money, which forced her mother into hiding. Later, Wednesday returns home and confronts her parents, saying they have many secrets she never knew. She reveals that Pugsley's zombie was actually Isaac, who was also her father's old roommate and friend. Her father admits that Isaac was used for experiments by Jody's father, and he only wanted to protect him. Wednesday warns Morticia that someone from their family will die. Meanwhile, the music teacher tells Enid that a full moon is coming in 2 days. If she transforms into a werewolf on that night, she will remain one forever, so she would have to stay in the cage every night to stay alive. Meanwhile, Wednesday reached the place where Ferry, Isaac, and Tyler were hiding. There, she found a butterfly and brought it to Pugsley's friend. This butterfly actually belonged to Isaac, who had been using them to turn people into zombies. Pugsley was happy to know this, but then admitted he never really had a friend. That's why he chose Isaac as one. Wednesday then gave the task of finding Isaac through the butterfly to Pugsley's friend. Elsewhere, the principal showed Wednesday's grandmother the new design of the school, which he planned to present at the gala event. He promised to make the Addams family proud and respected, but in return demanded a large donation. His greed was obvious. Wednesday's grandmother refused, saying she disliked people like him. As she tried to leave, the principal called for the siren girl, who used her powers to make the grandmother willingly donate all her wealth to the school. On the other side, Tyler had started treating Ferry. Then Wednesday arrived and confronted the siren girl and accused her of using her powers to force her grandmother. But the siren girl only told her to forget everything and walked away. Agus then explained that the principal was blackmailing the siren girl. Disguised as Wednesday, Agus begged to become her best friend. But Wednesday told him he was not special and could never be like her, leaving Agus heartbroken. Later, the principal killed the father of the siren who had once been his partner because he refused to cooperate with him. That night, the gala event began. Enid was sad because her friend had left her. While wandering alone, she found Agus, who was also feeling down. He admitted that she wanted to be like Wednesday, but she didn't care about her. Enid comforted her, saying she should learn to live as process herself instead of copying Wednesday. Meanwhile, Enid's classmate freed the Siren Girl's mother from her prison. Wednesday then approached Enid and told her that the mother was safe, and now they had to stop the principal. She asked for Enid and Agus's help to remove the principal's amulet. Soon, the dance at the gala began, and Enid danced with Agus, this time enjoying it happily. While everyone was distracted, Agus turned invisible, slipped close to the principal, and snatched his amulet. She then returned to finish the dance with Enid. Afterward, the Siren Girl called the principal to the stage. When he appeared, she used her powers to force him to reveal the truth. He confessed everything, how he had used the Siren Girl to extract donations from Morticia and grandmother. He admitted that he had even been giving money to his partner, the Siren Girl's father, but he betrayed him, so he killed him. When he came back to his senses, he grabbed the Siren Girl and threatened to kill her. In the struggle, he accidentally set fire to the chandelier above. This freed the siren, and Enid's classmate used her Medusa powers to turn the principal into stone. The burning chandelier then fell on him, killing him instantly. Just then, Pugsley's friend arrived and told Wednesday that the butterflies had revealed Isaac was in the forest. Morticia also noticed that Pugsley was missing. At the cemetery, Pugsley encountered Isaac, who had regained a full human body. Isaac asked Pugsley for help, but when he refused, Isaac knocked him unconscious and captured him. When Wednesday and Pugsley's friend arrived, they found only the butterflies left behind. Wednesday realized Isaac had taken her brother. The police began searching for Pugsley in the forest, but no one could figure out why Isaac wanted him. The sheriff suspected someone was seeking revenge. Wednesday overheard Morticia and Gomez discussing this, and later joined Morticia in asking Larissa for help. Together with Wednesday's grandmother, they combined their powers. In a vision, Wednesday saw the truth. Years ago, Morticia and Gomez had killed Isaac and buried his body. Morticia explained everything. Isaac had tried to cure his sister Fairy using a powerful machine, and Gomez helped him because he could control electricity. But Isaac betrayed them, attempting to steal all of Gomez's power. Morticia destroyed the machine to save her husband, accidentally killing Isaac in the process. Gomez lost his powers, and Fairy survived, but the old scientist threatened to accuse them of murder if they revealed the truth. That's why they buried Isaac secretly. Now, Wednesday realized Isaac planned to repeat his old experiment, only this time using Pugsley's powers instead of Gomez's. Meanwhile, Isaac treated Pugsley kindly, offering him food and happily spending time with Fairy. But Fairy wanted to change some of Isaac's plans, and he reluctantly agreed. Tyler, meanwhile, left some of Pugsley's clothes far from the city to confuse searchers. Isaac was delighted, planning to kill Pugsley in front of Wednesday. That night was a full moon, and Enid locked herself in the cage to avoid transforming into a werewolf. Pugsley's friend admitted he regretted ignoring Pugsley, saying he might have been a good friend. Wednesday took responsibility for her brother's mistakes. Soon after, she received Isaac's message: come to the cemetery at night if she wanted to save Pugsley. At the cemetery, Isaac revealed Pugsley tied up. Thing tried to ambush Isaac, but Tyler captured him. Isaac revealed the shocking truth. Thing wasn't really part of the Addams family. It was his own severed hand, cut off years ago by Morticia. In the past, Isaac had tried to unleash his powers, but Morticia cut off his hand. When the machine exploded, the hand came to life as Thing, later found and adopted by Morticia and Gomez. In the present, Isaac sewed the hand back onto his body, regaining its full power. He then buried Wednesday alive, leaving her to die. Agus, who had been hiding nearby, witnessed this and rushed to tell Enid. Together, they tried to dig Wednesday out, but time was running out. Enid realized there was only one way to save her friend, becoming a werewolf. Despite Agus warning her against it, Enid transformed under the full moon, dug through the earth, and pulled Wednesday out alive. Wednesday was heartbroken, knowing her friend would now remain a werewolf forever. Enid, overwhelmed, ran away, and Wednesday sent Agus after her. Morticia, Gomez, and Larissa soon arrived, and they prepared to rescue Pugsley. Meanwhile, in the school tower, Isaac began repairing his machine with his restored powers. Wednesday was furious at her parents for hiding the truth about Thing. She asked Gomez to call the police and went up the tower with Morticia. Isaac had already tied up Tyler, but Fairy stopped him, saying she couldn't let her son die. Tyler didn't want to lose his powers, but Isaac began draining Pugsley's energy to cure him. Wednesday intervened, saving Tyler instead of killing him, and tried to free her brother. Tyler then transformed into Hyde and attacked Isaac, throwing him down. Fairy, devastated, fought her own son as they clashed violently, their battle spilling outside the building. Ones was running away with her brother when a huge explosion destroyed the lab once again. The building began to collapse. Tyler rushed to save his mother, but Fairy sacrificed herself to protect her son and was killed. The lion witnessed this tragic moment. Tyler was heartbroken over his mother's death. Meanwhile, Wednesday's family regained consciousness. They saw that Morticia was injured but still alive. The entire family had survived despite the dark prediction, and this filled them with joy. However, Isaac, furious at losing his sister because of Wednesday, tried to kill her using his powers. Wednesday called out to Thing, asking him to remember his real family, the Addams family, and come back to her. But Isaac declared that Thing was no longer part of them, but part of him. In desperation, Wednesday threw an axe to separate Isaac from Thing, but she missed. Then, Thing regained control of himself, attacked Isaac, and ripped out his mechanical heart. With that, Isaac was finally defeated, and Thing returned to his family, making everyone rejoice. 2 days later, the school session ended. Wednesday began packing while Thing felt at peace, happy to know his true self again. Tyler, however, remained devastated and visited his parents' grave. There, the music teacher approached him, saying she could help because without a master, the heart couldn't survive for long. Tyler refused, saying he didn't need a master, but she revealed that her own father had been a Hyde and that she knew a lot about their group. Tyler eventually agreed to go with her. On the other side, Pug and his friend promised to always stay together as best friends. Morticia gave Wednesday her art diary, no longer wanting to keep secrets from her, which made Wednesday deeply happy. Larissa, seeing their bond restored, smiled and told Wednesday that since her relationship with her mother was healed, her powers would return. She also revealed that her work was done and said goodbye forever. Soon after, Uncle arrived to take Wednesday home. She was happy, knowing she had completed another year at school. Meanwhile, the music teacher left the city with Tyler. Wednesday began reading her mother's art diary when she discovered a strange door at the same time. Annette, still hiding in the forests, needed to be saved. Wednesday started experiencing visions connected to the diary and saw another version of herself. Wednesday staring back at Wednesday, in the final scene. Wednesday's grandmother returned to her house. She opened a secret room where she had been keeping her daughter locked up. Wednesday's aunt, Morticia's sister. The aunt was still alive and had written chilling words on the wall. Wednesday must die. The grandmother read it in shock, and with that, the season ended.